Treasure room.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Prepare for vault door opening.
Wow, have I worn myself out this week, everybody. Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for coming in. If you can't see and hear me, put a 1 right there. You guys already got it in there. Put a 1 in the chat. I appreciate y'all being here. And it's kind of a bonus stream, everybody. I just got up just a bit ago. I was so tired. Man, did we play a whole lot of games this last week. Now, I always consider Sunday the start of the next week myself. I'm one of those people. Some people consider Monday the start. I like to consider Sunday the start of the week because it's the old school business start of the week, I think. So we're going to get started here playing some Throne and Liberty. I've got it up right over here. So basically just doing a bonus stream of Throne and Liberty until we get some word on 7 Days to Die. Again, I'm waiting for them to tell me directly because I do talk to the Fun Pimps directly. And they said they would let us know. And then we'll probably have a fun streamer weekend or something. Maybe we'll see. And then get to play some more of that on Saturdays, Sundays. But in the meantime, we're playing a whole lot of Throne Liberty. We're making progress on our gear. Made tremendous progress over the last few days, both from grinding it out and going out there and building my stuff up, as well as doing my weeklies and dailies and tokens and contracts and all of that fun stuff as well. So very, very fun running around, getting into trouble. You can see my character sitting there with his staff. Very cool staff, by the way, everybody. Very, very fun. I was crashed out, man. I was so tired. I just laid down and then I couldn't go to sleep. I hate that, everybody. It drives me crazy. I was so tired, but then, you know, you can't sleep. That's insomnia for you. So I just tried to sleep and sleep and sleep. Couldn't do it. I was like, oh, okay, it's going to be one of those days. And then I got some sleep and then here I am. So we'll see how long we go here. Maybe I'll get suddenly really tired. I go to sleep and then get up and do it all over again on Monday night with the crew. But we're going to spend some bonus time in the game getting it going. I already logged on my other character, got my Animote going and all of that stuff. Then we're going to log in to the North American East server, the Ivory server. Now you're welcome to come join us. Again, we're called the Tycoons. On that server, we are open to everyone coming and join us. We just like it when you are a team player. You like to work together. Come and join us for our guild raids. On Fridays typically, and then of course on Mondays we usually do guild stuff. But while I'm waiting for 7 Days to Die, we also do some bonus days like Thursdays and Saturdays and today, Sunday, with some Throne and Liberty, because it does forward my character as well. And we actually burned up all of our tokens and all of our Abyss tokens and all of that stuff as well. Not sure how much stuff I really have to do and how long I'm going to last here today, but then again, that's famous last words. 10 hours later, bam, Kismet's still at it. Whatnot. We'll see. We'll see if I can make it that far. I'll certainly give it a try. We'll dive right into it, have some fun as well. So let's say hello to all of you in the chat and see if we can get this crazy stream started. Thank you. That's Miss Non-You for showing that love in the chat. I saw some other peeps in the chat as well when I was starting up, trying to get all the things working, because it's always some sort of technical thing I have to fix every single stream. Let's see, Paul coming in, showing the love. Wisp was in there as well, around 9:45 and around 10:15 there. Thanks for coming in and showing some love there as well. That was before I got my little chat thing up where I can highlight you there. Again, this takes a lot of technical wizardry to make this stream going. Wisp bringing the hype in. Thank you very much, Wisp. And also thanks for rocking that Twitch Turbo. Appreciate on behalf of all streamers, peeps who use that Twitch Turbo. Remember, it does support every streamer on Twitch. I appreciate it. Dragon Wolf coming in as well. You can always tell when I just woke up. Everybody see my voice is much lower. I'm not doing that on purpose. It actually typically is lower when I first get up. Dragon Wolf as well, bringing that love in there and the hype. I appreciate it. Wisp with a 1, Dragon Wolf with a 1, and Dragon Wolf with a massive Kismet love trade. Thank you very much. Love to see it. Yeah, rocking the full Kismet love trade. Now, also, everybody, I did put those emotes up there, so feel free to check out those new emotes for Easter. They are pretty awesome if you want to check them out in there. I'm not sure if they updated yet. They do sometimes take a minute. Let me see if I can find some over here. Lets me. Let's see. They're locked. Why are they locked? Something wrong with those. Something wrong with those. Hold on a second, everybody. We'll just roll the cam back up again while I try to fix that. It's always something. Always something. Why are these emotes not working? Let me go look. Something's busted with them. Should be all my subs should be able to see them and use them. Maybe I need to refresh my browser. Refresh my browser. See if I can get them to work here, everybody. I mean, I'm the streamer. I should be able to use them anytime I want. Oh, yeah. I just had to refresh my chat to get them to work. All right, here we go, everybody. Again, these are actually new emotes. They're pretty awesome. As you can see, again, if you can't use them, everybody, just refresh your browser window and see if I can get them to come up here. There we go. All right, there we go. Of course, the mighty Sparkle Dog with the bunny ears. We've got Norbert with the little egg, and of course the little chocolate bunny as the food. I work very hard on those emotes, everybody, and sometimes I also hire people to do them for us, which I appreciate as well. So, all right, managed to get those to work. Awesome. All right, buttons and things and stuff. Buttons and things and stuff. Oh my. All right, there we go. All right, now I can pull this back down again. All right, so we're going to get right to it, everybody. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Yeah, Dragon Wolf got it working. There you go, Dragon Wolf. All right, diving right in. Here we go. I love doing all that stuff, everybody. Again, I have different holiday emotes. Usually I started earlier, but I've been pushing myself so much that, again, only so much time in the day. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to have some fun here and get into it. Yeah, right here. There he is. Trying those new emotes as well. But let's get right into it and see what we have available to do. Now, I did do a bunch of contracts, so I do have a lot of Abyss tokens. So I can at least do Abyss tokens. And one of the first things I do, of course, I'll probably work a lot on my gear first to clear some room because, man, my inventory is getting stacked. Then over here on contract coins, I think I've already done my contract coin stuff. Oh, there's something. What was that? I just turned in something. I don't know. Right there. All right. Got some more trade on lockstones. That's good. Oh, that's something I could work on. Try to get more trade on lockstones. I already did the daily, and so we've got 5 hours and 17 minutes till it resets. We'll get it going. The cool thing about dailies, by the way, everybody, is they do stack. So if you do go like 4, 5, 6 days, you'll have 6 stacks of those, and you can do all 6 of them if you want, and get credit for it, even if you didn't do it every single day. The thing you want to do every day, and it only takes a few minutes, is just to log in and do this, where you grab your different types of foods, like in this case, golden rye, there's honey, and there is bird eggs up there. And I do need to actually make some food. I probably could work on that a bit as well. Already got my trade on lockstones and my polished crystals and whatnot out of that vendor. And then this vendor, I typically buy stuff just to go ahead and deconstruct it if I need to. Now, I got massive sums of gear, and sometimes I just start getting rid of gear. But I just start getting rid of it because I can always get it again. But if it becomes tedious where I can't even get the thing going, man, I really want to get this level 23 going because it has both Magithread and quality gold at the same time, which is something I'm typically looking for. But actually, I really need the other stuff now. I need this quality leather. I wish there was a quality leather and gold. Maybe up here. Quality leather and gold. Nope. None of those quality leather and gold. Bummeroony. Yeah, I wonder why this does not go. See, this doesn't go up in XP right here. See, it should go up in XP, but it doesn't. That's the wild thing. Goes up in items, but the XP seems to stay the same. I wonder if it's just not displaying it correctly. Because normally when you go over here and you say, oh, okay, I want to do 5 of those, you get 4,557 there in XP. And then say you go to level 19, and then you do the same thing. Put 5 in there, you can see it's 20,250. So it doesn't actually scale up, which is weird. It should scale up like the other one scaled up, because this will take forever to get that going. Though I might want to, again, just run some quality rune leather. Don't need mana steel as much as I need quality rune leather. And I think I have a good amount of this now. A good amount of mana steel. I'm always burning up that gold. You know, I'll just do it once, see how I like it, see what we get. And again, he'll run and get between 0 and 24. I always like the fact that this is 0. That sometimes you just basically get nothing. You get absolutely nothing, just Abyss tokens. But at least you're guaranteed Abyss tokens, so there you go. So we'll go ahead and start it over there and see if it actually... what is it? I'm going to write this down so I can check it and see if it actually gives me that much XP. Right now, I am 315,864. Put it down over here. Oh, this is unsatisfactory. Oh, wrong. Move this over to my traits. Alrighty. What is this? Animote. XP. Should add 20, 50. So, if we did take 315, 864, 2050, we added those up. sum in there. Google spreadsheets not smart enough to just figure out I want to sum that. All right, so it should be 335,814 when that's done. And again, the other one scales up as you get higher and higher level. It basically makes it, scale up so you can unlock it faster. But this is taking absolutely forever to unlock these, and I think they might have done that on purpose to make this take a really, really long time to get unlocked. But luckily, I have plenty of Animote that have a boost. Each one of those boosts have a chance of getting higher amount of loot and higher chance of getting your little pouch there. But mostly I'm just doing this one the whole time. But we'll try that one, see how it goes. Try to get ourselves some leather. And that's the great thing about Animote is that you can just let them run for an hour, 2 hours, or 8 hours. And let that run. Let's see how many peeps are on right now. Let's do all our basics first. Speaking of donating, let's go ahead and donate that. Ooh, we're getting low on cash too. Might want to start donating that. Just Jay and Unforgiven on right now. Let's say hi to everybody. Hi all. Okay. Clear my inventory for a bit. All right. All right, everybody's up for something later, let me know. Okay, we've got to really go to town on our gear here. We can also use our Teetle Tower stuff. We can try to get that done. We could throw some of this stuff in there. That all went in there. All right, good. And look at this. I'm starting to get a backlog of Tier 2 gear, which I really like. That's pretty sweet. I like this one just for the name, Victorious Destiny. I do like some Victorious Destiny action there. Yeah, we want to merge a lot of this stuff, but some of this stuff does not have the right traits that I need. What do I need on? I need heavy attack chance and buff duration. All right, so that's probably best to start with the weapons. Let's start with the weapons. Now again, when you get as much drops as me, everybody, you do have to micromanage a lot of loot. We have a lot of blues here that we can micromanage. This is max mana. We can get rid of that one because I'm not going to put that on there. Humanoid bonus damage. Whoa, look at all these with humanoids bonus damage. So this is a good thing to just merge in there together. There we go. Now we're clearing some stuff. Over here, heavy attack chance, buff duration. Okay. Heavy attack chance we want. Buff duration, yes. Critical hit chance, no. Whoa, look at all those with critical hit chance. Okay, yeah, now we're getting somewhere. You already have critical hit chance on my item. It is better to do after you've rested, everybody, because it's really easy to make a mistake doing this. That is for sure. Let me go back and see if there's something else I can add there. Buff duration, no. I don't want to add that. Okay, now onto these. Max health. Bunch of these with max health. I forget it 2 seconds later. I've already forgotten what it is. And again, those are 100% chance because they're the same quality level. The tier 2 quality level, max health. This is hit chance. Wow, okay, yes. A lot of these we can get rid of. Just cleaning out the closet kind of thing, everybody. Hit chance there. Heavy attack chance, keep that. And a regen. Another one we can just merge together. Now what we're trying to do is merge them together first so that we can then deconstruct them, and we'll get more powder from it than if we just got rid of them. And this is a really good one to start with, typically your weapons, because a lot of times the weapons is the first thing I work on. Don't need critical hit chance. Ooh, man, we're going to do a lot of those. And I can only add 2 traits to it, so that's why it suddenly disappears. We can chance... Oh, what's this? Heavy attack chance. No, we don't want to do that. Don't want to accidentally use up our hit chance there. Heavy attack chance. Health regen. Now, I might be able to sell them on the auction hall as well. But I'd have to use a lot of my extraction stones and a lot of my lithograph if I want to do that. I feel like the blues are definitely not worth it because you only got so much you can do. When it first started, they were a little worth it, but now even less so. Cooldown speed. Merge that. What we got here? All heavy. Oh, this is hit chance. Heavy attack chance. Hit chance. Okay, so hit chance we want to add. There we go, and then we can add a bunch of hit chance in there too. And this should all be heavy attack chance. Okay. So I got a lot of gear from Nebula. Oh, I got some in the auction house. What we got? Did we sell something? Oh, it didn't go through. Sale failed. Oh, how sad. Man, the price of these must be going way down. Let's just say 45. How about that? Just keep re-upping it. There we go. All right. Just put that back up on the auction hall. And then more enchanting. Let's see. Oh, somebody talking to me. Almar Feast. Let's go see. Almar Feast. Good question. Where's my cooking thing? Cooking recipes. Feast. Be at the bottom. Not yet. I'm at 24. Or that's at 24. I'm at 22. I was just trying to get the one that was the apricot pie here. Yeah. I think I used all those up. But now look at all the materials I have again for that. Yeah, it's really honey, I think, was the thing I ran out of. So, yeah, I should make some more of that here in a bit. Now, before you go make a bunch of that, you should turn on your cooking bonus and then also the guild cooking bonus for everybody. But I may do that later. We'll see. Right now, clear the inventory. Clearing your inventory should always be your #1 priority. You definitely want to keep your inventory as clear as possible so you don't have the same problem as me. Now, the funny thing is I have my inventory way open where I max opened it using both Soliant or Gold and also Lucent, which means that I can't add any more space to my inventory, which is really scary because if I don't clear it out like this, kind of like clearing out your closet, everybody, or your garage. If I don't clear it out, it ain't ever getting any better. Buff duration, heavy attack chance. Yeah, let's keep those. And station, critical hit chance. Wait, no, I don't need critical hit chance. I already did that one. Hey, look how much of this we can get rid of, everybody. Again, once we unlock a trait and we max that trait out, we no longer need it because my other weapons already have their traits and it's attack speed. So really, a lot of these weapons are unnecessary for me to keep. And so I'm just kind of merging them together, like Wildkin bonus. I could merge that together. This heavy attack chance, don't want to do that. The real annoying thing is that you have to keep scrolling back down every single time you go to do this. This is debuff duration. I want buff duration. So debuff duration, we can get rid of that. Got to be careful it doesn't automatically switch on you and then you're down here and you're burning up all your other stuff. Again, don't need critical hit chance. We could add that. And see, once you add the trait, then you can use stuff of different types to add the critical hit chance in, which I think is cool. There we go. And then construction bonus damage. These are all heavy and hit chance. We'll put the construction bonus on there, even though we don't have too many of those. Yeah, wow, okay. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a real good combine there. All right, heavy attack chance, hit chance. There's those. Wow, okay, I do have a... I'm so glad I slept before I came back and did this again. Makes that way easier. Oh, I can merge other things. Oh, wrong halberd. It wasn't a halberd, it was something else. Or was I? Lost my place right here. There we go. Heavy attack chance, hit chance is what I was doing. And then this is heavy attack chance. So yeah, no further thing. I just don't like the fact it keeps scrolling you up every time, which throws you off. Which throws me off. Sleep chance. Okay, merge those. I'm just going to merge all the weapons at the same time and then go through and take out the ones that I know I'm not going to use. Sleep chance. This is critical hit chance. Already maxed my critical hit chance on my staff, so don't need that. And we're done with this. This is heavy attack. Ranged endurance. I can tell you I'm not going to be using that. Those. Anything else? Nope. Over here. Cooldown speed. Good question. Oh, yes. I can see it's on my helmet already. So let's keep the cooldown speed. Magic endurance, yes. Mana regen, all that for sure. Yes, yes. This is all good stuff. Oh, ranged endurance again. A lot of those with ranged endurance. Okay, well, let's, before we get out of the weapons, let's just do the weapons here. And get rid of the ones that we know we don't want. Max mana, we don't want. Humanoid. Humanoid. Duration, critical hit chance. Sell. You go and merge them all first, and then you can get rid of them. You'll know which ones because they'll be already leveled up along the way. With regen. And keeping all the heavy attack chances. So I can merge those later. Duration, keep that one. And this takes a lot of focus and effort to clear a lot of this, but this is a good problem to have, everybody, because this is from doing Abyss dungeons and other dungeons that I end up with so much loot, which is awesome. Because you can utilize all that. Look at that. I'm going to get a whole bunch, 3,000 of that blue powder there. Which I can actually craft up to the higher level, too, if I want. Look at that. Got a whole bunch of slots back. Yay, all right. Nice. How about all this gear up here? I could probably get rid of some of this. Heavy attack chance there. Nice mana. Oh, evasion. Evasion I can get rid of. Ranged endurance. Ranged endurance. Didn't I already have a ranged endurance? I do. I already have one. Alright, let's merge it then. We're going to be diligent about our merging today. Gotta be. That's why I lock stuff too, in case I just start doing this and then I'm not watching, and then bam, I merge my gear, my actual gear that I'm using. Wow, look at all these with ranged endurance. All right. Well, yeah, the grips here. So ranged endurance. All of these are ranged endurance. All right. I don't have ranged endurance on my stuff here, so we'll just merge all of those. Some of those are in my bank too. This is max health. I'm definitely using that. So some of those were in my bank, and I've probably got some bank slots. Now, how do I know they're in my bank? Because I didn't quite see them here, but they might have been there. Some of them. And now I can take that, and I get 90 instead of like 30 of the magic powder. And that stuff you use for crafting later on. Okay, and then let's just enchant some of this other stuff, see if we can find even more. See, every time I have to look through these every single time because I forget where I leave off. The drawbacks of sleep apnea here. Evasion. Oh, I'm not looking for evasion, am I? Melee endurance, max health. If it says evasion, I know I'm not going to use it. And a regen, evasion. There's another one with evasion. Nice. Okay, merge that in. And this is endurance, endurance, max health, endurance. Yeah, I would definitely use the endurance at some point. And that was those gloves. Let's see what else we can find here. Again, all this other stuff I know I'm going to use, so you want to keep that. Ranged endurance again. Oh, we got some blue ranged endurance in there. I'll not worry about that. I'll do those separate. Skill damage resistance. Health regen, weaken chance. And we can get rid of that one. Sleep resistance, nothing to add there. Max health, max mana. Regen, health regen. Okay. Okay, we can get rid of a little bit of that. Go back and find those melee evasions and then look through it all one more time. See, what happens is you get a bunch of drops, and then those drops kind of sneak their way into your stuff. Debuff duration. It does. I'm going to use skill damage resistance on my accessories here. That's a good question. Yes, on my bracelet. Okay, we'll keep that then. We'll keep that. Again, this is part of the game, is micromanaging your loot. A lot of games are like that, where you're micromanaging all of these traits that you're going to put on your gear. Nice thing is, eventually this part does go away when you have all your traits and all your gear. Then what you can do is just go to each gear, merge every single thing into the gear, and then you'll see I get massive amount of my inventory back again. Because I no longer need to keep all of the gear, I can just use it right away to merge it into my traits, and then I can just get rid of the rest of it and merge all that together, and then do what I'm doing here is dissolve it to get more inventory slots. Getting those inventory slots is very, very useful, obviously. Okay, and we went through and we looked through the rest of these. Let's just do it in here. Look through the rest of this stuff. And there's more ranged endurance there. Now my ranged endurance, I am ranged evasion too. No ranged evasion, okay. Except for that one. Ranged endurance. See, that's the default, I can always tell when it's the default to trade on that particular item, because you just get that a whole lot. And then merge those together. Duration, ranged endurance, ranged evasion, which we already checked. More endurance. Melee, magic, buff. Man, we're going to have a lot of stuff to merge. Hydrate. Yeah, there you go. The Christmas emotes is still on yours. That's kind of wild. There you go. When you do your cooking, don't forget Jay's birthday cake. Yes, yes, we did wish him a happy birthday last time as well. Let's see. Ranged evasion. Ranged evasion. And this is melee endurance. We don't want to do that. Again, see, I got to scroll back down again. It doesn't remember where you left off. It's a bit annoying. This is endurance. Ranged endurance. Ranged endurance, yes. Now, see, my ranged endurance, I'm going to be doing that with my runes and all of that stuff. So I don't necessarily need that as much. Okay, I was up here in the 2 stars. These are 2-star blues, or level 2 blues as they call them. Debuff duration and purification chance, so we can just get rid of that. Skill damage resistance, we're going to use that, I believe. Petrification chance. This is health regen, buff duration, we'll keep that. Sometimes, again, you just don't have traits to merge. Collision resistance, that one definitely get rid of. That's max health, no. In the rings, I just try to remember where I'm at in the thing. In the rings now, a heavy attack chance. It's all good there. Buff duration, nice. Okay, so there's some stuff in there I can get rid of. And then again, you can see you got to look over it multiple times. So first you got to look over it to see if you can merge it. Then you got to look over it to do it. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to take the time to look over it 5 times. I just get rid of it anyway, just to get it out of my inventory. But let's go ahead and look through again here. Let's see, cooldown speed, magic endurance, and so on. You know, let's hydrate, even though I just hydrated a minute ago, but I'll do it again. My voice is usually lower when I first get up, by the way, everybody. So if you're wondering why my voice is low, that's not a voice changer. That's my voice naturally goes lower. Let's see. Magic endurance, buff duration. I know you're in there somewhere. There we go. Ranged endurance, ranged evasion. More ranged endurance. Ranged evasion. Again, some of these I just know I'm not going to use, so best to get rid of them. Doesn't do you no good sitting in your inventory, taking up space. Stun chance, not using that one. Nope. And let's go with that. All right, and then again, I went through that. Now I went through my tier 2 gear. Now I got even more room. By the way, I'm just going to turn around and get a ton more gear after this, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Kind of funny that I'm just going to fill it right back up again. And if I had enough room in the bank, I would just put it in the bank. But I did get a few slots there that I know I'm going to keep some of this stuff, like heavy attack chance. Heavy attack chance here. Max mana, absolutely. Melee endurance. Max health, yeah. See, I can put some of that in here. Now, I don't know if I have some stuff in here. Yes, I have some stuff in here I know I'm not going to use. So, ranged endurance. I can take that out. And I'll even pull it from the storage once we put it in there. So, I now see ranged endurance, and then it's going to pull these other ones from the storage. Merge all those together. This is like deep cleaning your inventory for sure. And then ranged endurance, don't need it, dissolve it. All right, look at that, got a bunch of goodies there. Bunch of goodies. Okay, let's check the bank again. See if there's anything else in here I know I'm not going to use. And I'd keep all the tier 2s in case you want to switch those there. The ones I would get rid of is all this health regen. We can get rid of that. Again, we need buff duration, heavy attack chance. Critical hit chance, no. Now I'm just kind of cleaning it out manually. Critical hit chance. Not critical hit chance, just heavy attack chance. Nope. 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 Maybe. Yes, yes, yes. Magic endurance, not magic evasion. I can tell you I'm going to get rid of that one. Alright, now just looking through the gear for anything I know I can get rid of. Now sometimes I just put it in there because it's a epic and I just come back to it later. You do want to spend some time doing this for sure. Because again, you can really overwhelm your inventory. Endurance. These are all things I'm going to use eventually. So I should really look at them before I put them in here. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Evasion, no. That's out of there. It says evasion. It's instantly, I know I'm not going to use it. I don't typically use evasion. It's a lot of endurance though. Stop those criticals from killing me. Yep, there's magic evasion. We take that out. And yes, you got to look through each and every one, everybody. It pays off in the end. Don't worry. When we go to like merge a ton of this stuff into our traits, it's going to be amazing. Just like we did with a bunch of other gear. All of our max mana gear and all of that, which we merged in. Ranged endurance, no, we're not going to use those. Get those out of there. Alright, we're on the silver one. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, that one we can get rid of. One item at a time, and I have a lot of items, as you can see. And if I was smart, I would have only put it in here. We get rid of that. Only put it in here if I actually was going to use it, but I didn't do that. I just threw it all in there. Phantom Wolf Boots is locked. But I have those locked. That's interesting. I could also go through and lock them all so that tells me that, hey, these are ones I want to keep, but then when I go to merge them, it won't let me merge them, so I just do it this way. And again, I should have looked at them before I added it to the bank. But again, you can always come back to it later on. Oh wait, no, I do want that skill damage resist. Keep that in there. And we're getting there. Max health. Man, we're going to have so much stuff to add later on. It's going to be awesome. Awesome. Every time we add a trait that has one of these traits in it, man, it's like boom, 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 add it in. And again, this is your, that's your payoff at the end from being so diligent with your gear here as well. All right, now I have more spots in the bank for the stuff that I actually want to keep, like max health and melee endurance here. Let's actually add the good stuff back in. Mana regen. Endurance. Max health. Alright, good stuff. Good stuff. 332. Oh, man, I actually got a lot of space. Alright. I'm checking each one now before I put it in there. But it is something that I would use down the road. Regen. Very nice. Max health, max health. Regen. Max mana, max mana. Okay, there we go. And we maxed it out with the stuff that we want to keep. Nice. Okay, so those are all traits we want to keep and a bunch of 2 stars that we're keeping for various reasons here. 2-strike longbow. Some of the stuff I lock because I don't want to accidentally put it in the lithograph and I actually want to sell that stuff. Usually that's why I lock that stuff and say, "Ooh, that's worth so much stuff." How much is that longbow worth? Let's see. What was the name of it again? Mystic True Strike longbow. 400. Yeah, well, at least it was. Let's go see how much it's worth now. See if these prices are dropping, which is definitely going to happen. Yes, wow, look at that. Dropped to 170 now. Yeah, from 400. I don't remember when I did that, probably earlier in the week, but yeah, that stuff's dropping like rock. Dropping like a rock. And sometimes it comes back up again, by the way. Sometimes it'll be, say, 400. It'll drop down, and then it'll be more than 400. I've seen that on a few items where it went back up again as well. All right, bunch of stuff down here we need to take care of. So let's go down here and see if we can get rid of some of this. Health regen, don't need. Heavy attack chance, that I do need. Okay. Oops. Let's do this. And then critical hit chance. Okay, we got some of that we can add. All right. They already have critical hit chance on my items, so I no longer need all of these. Which is awesome. What's this? Heavy attack chance. That I do need. Okay, critical hit chance there. Any more critical hit chance? Yes, right here. We can add those two together. Nice. Anything else? No? Okay. And magic evasion? No, but we have magic endurance. Don't want to do that. And then ranged evasion. Melee, melee, melee. Nope, don't want to do that. Just wanted to do some more ranged evasion. Magic evasion. Magic endurance. But no magic evasion. Alright, now we're weeding them out. And this is ranged endurance on this. And these two can merge together. Anything else? Max health, want to keep that. What do we got here? Magic evasion, melee evasion. Yeah, this one we could have just merged it into those pants. Same thing here. Magic and melee evasion. And this is ranged evasion. I think we merged all of these now. And bind resistance. And then this is max health, which we don't want to do. Alright, now we can get rid of all of this gear. Sweet. Critical hit chance, magic evasion, ranged evasion, ranged endurance. Just making sure before I move it over. And dissolve all of those. 458 dust there. Look at that, everybody. Wow, that's 130 almost. 130 slots I just opened up by going in and micromanaging all that gear. Which is totally worth your time, everybody. It is absolutely worth your time because then I can merge that stuff out and really clear out my inventory, even more so when I drop that in there. So yeah, about 130. Are we too full to put the blue powder in there? Yes, look at this. See, this blue powder is building up in there. I have like 20,000 there and 22,000 there. Great little trick is you just go ahead and craft it upwards so that it reduces the amount, and then you can stack it higher. As that higher level item, and then what you can do is go and break it back down if you need to. It does cost cash to send it up and down like that. Let's go to the skills researcher and see if we can do something there. I think we got to go armor crafter here. Favorites. Yeah, see, we got a rare magic powder here, and we have our precious magic powder. I wish there was a max button. That would be awesome. It's going to cost me 1.2 million to craft it up, but totally worth it, so I get myself another inventory slot. And also, it'll be ready for when I need to do it. So I'm just going to do it twice, just to really empty that out. Then when I go back to the bank, then I can merge that other one that is in my inventory in there, and then of course again getting more slots back. Another great trick is just craft upwards if you have the cash for it. See, now I've got 2,000 there. Get rid of that. Got another slot here. And then, oh, still can't put it in there, huh? Oh, this is the precious magic powder. But we did get our rare magic powder in there. Like that. I might want to do that one more time and then maybe get the rare magic powder. It's a great problem to have, everybody. Too much precious magic powder. And you can do the same thing with all your other stuff. We might want to do that as well. See if we can squeeze out a few more inventory slots to open up our other inventory. Though I have plenty now. But what you can do is just go in and, again, craft up all this lower level stuff into your precious stuff. Like rare polished crystals, I can craft them up. But usually you're going to end up with a few of those anyway. So it's not always necessary. But definitely our magic powder here, we could try to get more space. Let's just go for it. As much as we can, because we're going to make another slot for that, so we're going to try to get rid of the original slot. Just use that all up for now. There we go. Because we want to put the rare magic powder slot in there, and we're taking out one of the blue slots so we can put the precious powder in there, basically. And that's the way to craft that up. And then sometimes you'll get multiple slots. In this case, I'm only going to get the one, but it's now in there. And now we have, we sorted here, we have our two precious slots and our other slot for the blue one, which is right here. Now down to 4. Again, if I need more rare magic powder, I can just dissolve this precious magic powder and move it down. I could actually, but if I break it down, it's going to be more than this. You could, if this was like 50 of this right here, you could just break this back down and put it into this stack here. But if I break 3,000 down, and I'll just do it just to show it to you. If it's more than 10,000, it will make a second stack. So we'll go here. Yeah, see, it's going to be 16,000. So it'll make a second stack out of it. So it will basically just lose a stack overall. We don't want to do that. But it is very nice to get all that in there. Very nice. Okay. We're at 71. Nice on those trade unlock stones. We're getting there. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Okay, now one of the things that we could do also is to go in and do some cooking. Okay, let's go see if we have some cooking food. We get rid of all of our other food. No, it's right here. All right, we'll just take those out. And we can probably just keep those out and put another item we want to keep, like max mana in there. There we go. And now we're going to do some cooking. All right, let's do it. Okay, now one of the ones that I like, and I have it set to favorite here, is this apricot pie. You get these apricots by going up on the whale. There's 2 different whales now. You get this. This is Soliant bonus and weapon mastery, which is actually the one I want to use the most. I actually want to do this the most. I'm going to try to make 50 of them. But before I do that, you definitely want to turn your buff on. So you're getting more XP from cooking right there. And then we like to keep the guild buff on as well. But if we don't have enough stuff to make the guild buff go, that's fine as well. Right here. So again, it's fishing mastery and cooking mastery. We have insufficient funds, which means we're out of items, which in this case is mistwood. I've already donated all the ones I can donate today. I'm typically donating for the guild mastery. That is actually the most valuable thing in here over everything else for the team. So that if this is not running, then this is always the highest priority. Because that guild mastery does make a huge difference. Again, remember, it's 10% over a 24-hour period. That's massive. That means everybody who logs in, no matter what they're doing, as long as they have like a biz tokens or whatever it is that they're working on, they will get that 10% bonus. And it really adds up over time. So totally worth it, even though it does cost a lot. It goes about $500,000 each time. But again, we're not doing anything with this cash in here, everybody. If we have it in there and it's not used for anything, it doesn't do you any good. It's just like all the gear that we have in here, right? If this never gets used, then that gear was never useful for anything. That's why I tell my peeps, hey, go ahead and tell them, hey, I want to get those gloves, or I want to get that thing, or that necklace, or whatever it is to unlock all their various traits and stuff. And that's when it's valuable, when it's actually useful for something. Okay, so I got my cooking turned on right here, cooking bonus. And now I want to make my apricot pie, and I'm going to make a whole lot of them. I'm going to make 50 of them, and then sometimes you get criticals too. So here we go. Yeah, wow, I did 39. Let me move myself over here. I did 39, and I got 11 bonus, which means basically I got those extra on top of the ones that I made. So now I ended up with, over here, a whole lot of those apricot pies. As you can see, 117 there and 33 here. Awesome. I like to use a lot of those, but again, they're solely in and weapon mastery because I'm not always doing Abyss dungeons. These are really fantastic for when you are running dungeons and stuff. Now, the wild thing is I actually have 2 stacks here. Now, one of the things is when you do get criticals like that, you can also go to the auction house over here, and you can actually sell some of your critical apricot pies here. Now, I don't need to keep them for a rainy day. I can go in and see how much they're worth here. And then sell quantity 33, and then total price. The current price. See, I can't make it less than 10. I don't know how it comes out to be 0.66666. I think it depends on how many you sell. I think I can't put a point in there. See, I can't. See, this comes out to be 0.03. So the lowest current price is 66666. So I probably want to try to aim that toward the same thing. Price per unit 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22. I'd say 21. Give them a little bit of a discount. And then basically sell all of those. So again, if you're one of my members and you want that, now's a good time to go snatch it up. Because I just throw it in there. Now, the reason why I throw it in there is because it opens up my inventory slots, right? So same thing here. I can get more inventory slots. And again, lowest available price per unit here is 2.5. Because I can't set the price any lower, typically, right here, you just need to kind of work your way. 2.5, so 2, 3. Let's go 2. And you can see must input equal to 10. So, all right, I'll put 10 in there as price per unit. 2.5. That's the best I can do. There we go. In you go. And then same thing here. Again, I can try to lower this amount, but it doesn't do me any good because I don't know how they're selling it for so low. And the reason why they're probably selling it for so low is they're selling so many of them at the same time. So mine probably won't sell because the minimum I can do on mine is 10. So if I had a lot more of them, I could reduce the overall price per unit. But that's okay. I'll just put them in there for the minimum price, and if they sell, awesome. If not, it just basically cleared my inventory slots for a certain amount of time, which again, I can't do it any lower there. It's basically like a temporary inventory slot. So that's basically what I'm doing with that. This is health regen. I want to put that away in the bank if I can, so it stops showing up to be for sale. Let's see, what do we got over here? So let's pull out something like a cloak, which I don't think it's going to let me put it in there. Let's take out the cloaks and we'll put the rings in. There we go. And then I don't think it's going to let me try to sell those cloaks. And this is just a visual thing when you go to sell. See, now it doesn't show up here on the right. So, see, those rings, I could sell them directly into the auction hall, which I don't want to do. But you can see that I'll make a little bit of lucent on those if they do sell. And it takes a little while. You can see it says waiting to register. So it takes a little while to register on there before they kick in. And again, I do post stuff up there and then say, hey, to my team or anybody who's watching on the stream, you just go in there and buy those things if you so desire. Okay, and one of the things that does fill up your inventory very quickly is all of this stuff. I see I got some fried eggs in here and more apricot pie. Wow, okay. And then a lot more cooking. So again, we're going to try to take our cooking stuff out now. This is heavy attack chance. We could put that in there. Heavy attack chance. And you see I'm always filling my inventory. I do that on purpose so that I can, again, keep my inventory as empty as full as possible. And then you want to always watch your max stacks here. Like you can see, I have this healthy milk, which is taking up my stacks. I try not to keep any food in here if I can help it. So I have room for gear. And again, eventually all of that gear will be gone, and all of the gear on in my inventory be gone as I get my set items and traits for those set items. So yeah, holy mackerel, I do have a lot of this. Why didn't I have this on my character? 291. See, I was able to stack that together too. So sweet. Sweet. So got another bunch of stacks back. Now I'm at 166. So I'm showing you the secret on how to clear out all your gear and stack out all your stuff. And even if you sell it for a massively absorbent price on the auction hall, you can just use it as a temporary inventory slot until it crashes out, and then, or until it times out and you get it back. There you go. There you go. All right. So, get that going. Yeah, you transmuted. Yes, I've been waiting to transmute a lot of my stuff until they added the level tier 2 gear. You didn't want to do it earlier because it would have just been a waste, because if you try to go in, say, and put a bunch of stuff in there, didn't have the option here for the level 2 gear. That's why I never did it until they added that just recently. And so, yeah, you have a shot at that level 2 gear. I don't bother to do it yet. I'm going to do it when I actually need to do that. Once I have all my traits and I've merged all my traits, then I'll do that as well. I do keep up on all the updates, by the way, everybody. You don't need to usually tell me about all of those things. I do keep up on it. I do look at the patch notes every single time and updates and watch the videos and all of that stuff that they put out. So I do know those updates. One of the ones I'm waiting on right now is the artifact one. I think they should definitely make the artifact like the runes, which they did already in Korea. They already made the artifact system like this, where you don't have a whole inventory of it. It's just like a list of them, possible ones you can get. This is a much better way of doing this. You're already micromanaging your inventory already. Then you have to micromanage all this other stuff. And they actually took out the other stuff too, which you used to micromanage, which is all of these tokens and stuff like that. They just simplified it, which I absolutely love. I think they did an incredibly great job of just simplifying all of these different massive amount of currencies that you had down into very simple. You have your kind of tier 1 coin, then you have your tier 2 coin, and then elite medals and resistance medals and arena coins if you're doing PvP. I think they did a great job of just, because this, you had a ton of stuff in your inventory that you have to micromanage as well. They also increased the stacks. I know I'm making it look like you're always running out of inventory, everybody, but I just have a massive amount of stuff. They actually increased the stacks of all of the stuff up to 10,000, which it used to be even worse, everybody. I think it was like 1,000, and each, I have 10 stacks of just that stuff right there. And so they let us merge all that stuff together. Now, if you haven't been in the game in a while, what I suggest you do is to take everything out of your inventory in groups. Right, so take all of your magic powder out and then let it stack and then put it back in. You'll get a ton of inventory slots back like that. I've already done it on mine. But you can see that, look, I have 10,000 rare parchments, everybody. I have a lot of rare parchments in there. And I also have some quality parchments and whatnot along the way. And again, I could craft those up. Good example right here, some sterilite. I can make me some sterilite right now. That's a good idea. Let's go and try to remember which vendor it is to do sterilite as well. Again, just kind of working my inventory before I get back out there, because it keeps maxing out. And all I needed to do was to take some time to max that inventory as well. And let's go ahead and craft up a bunch of this. And then we'll craft up a bunch of this. 9 million. Is it worth it to craft that up? Maybe just a bit of that. Craft that up to so it's not making multiple. I don't really need those skills right now. Oh, I'm adding, not taking away. Let's say plus 30. Let's do about 1,000 parchment. So again, so that when I get more parchment, it only stacks to 10,000. So we don't have multiple slots. So now I'll make a bunch of precious parchment. And maybe this is what we should do on Sundays. Inventory management from the whole entire week. As well. And again, this is our bonus stream, everybody. I will do some stuff with my team eventually, but you got to take some time to do this. Otherwise, you're just constantly overburdened all the time. All right, quick deposit. Yes, so that deposited that in there. Let's sort this out. And now my parchments aren't going to make multiple stacks. Forget how much parchments go to. They might go to like 20,000. I don't know, but we'll just knock that out just a bit. And again, a lot of this stuff we could merge together. A great example would be our minerals. We could work on those to get some of our cash back. We just spent, I don't know, 15 million just now. Just cleaning out our inventory. It was a bunch. And see, this is annoying. I gotta run back and forth all the time. Just put the bank over by where it is over here already. Okay, not there. Not from the armor crafter. From skill crafter. That's where it is, right here. There we go. Precious mineral here. And these are precious mineral ore. But watch this, everybody. I can make a ton of these. Cost me about 1 million. Make 33 of those. Oh, retweets are good, huh? Oh, look at you guys crushing it. Let me go ahead and give you 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 caps right there. Thank you very much for letting me know. There you go. Way to work together, chat. Then I'm going to run back to the vendor over here, though I could have probably done it over there. I like to use these vendors over here. Then I'm going to say sell. Again, I'm at 15 million now, down from about, it was about 5 million. So I just took all of my lower level mineral, which I typically use for making skill books and stuff like that, which I don't need them right now. I'd rather have that 14 million that's been sitting in my bank all this time. Now, again, I do like to keep some money as a backup in case I do run out of cash there. So that's a fantastic way of getting your cash right back up to 30 million up there. Now, that seems like a lot, everybody, but it's really not. You literally have to spend hundreds of millions to get your stuff upgraded in your tier 2 stuff. So keep that in mind. I don't think I have any more weeklies to do on this character, 424. I do see there is an event coming up. What was our event again here in the guilds? Sometimes these guild events are hard to finish. Healing Touch for Divine Beast and Temple of Truth. Man, yeah, I got to use my... Oh, I use my tokens over there. Oh, TM over there rocking the Temple of Truth. Maybe I'll do that. I haven't done that one in a while. I went in there and we were messing around. There's a bunch of golems in there. That's kind of annoying. Though probably a lot easier now overall on my character. It's down here. Yes, right here. Tons of golems in there. You could actually use your construction bonus, which is the one that does damage to golems. Okay, that was quite the epic clearing of the inventory there. Let's see if we have any more slots. Nope, no more slots. What else we got in here we could use? And again, you can see I have some growth stones and whatnot. I used a good amount of my growth stones to get that going. I could use something on that healthy milk. I really wanted this apricot pie because that I use a lot. Instead of my golden apple pie, I would use my apricot pie. So I'm getting solely a bonus in weapon mastery. Because again, I don't always need the abyss. So I'm just kind of wasting that bonus a lot of times. Oh, the other thing I was going to do was my thing in here. If I can remember where it is, right here. Quality Sterilites. Just take it out of there to remind myself and probably put it back later. And then Sterilite there. All right. Now, again, the whole point of what I'm doing is massively reducing my inventory. I think I probably will do that on Sundays, whether on stream or off of stream. I will just go in and just try to reduce my overall inventory space. Let's see. Sundry's Crafter, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yes, quality sterilite chest right here and right here. So, again, we need the basic magic powder to make that happen, though. So we might have to break some of that down. And we got some quality there. And I could make some quality one from my rune fragments, too. I have a lot of rune fragments, which I don't feel like I really want to use it on sterilite. It seems kind of a waste. But I could make a more quality magic powder by going in and breaking some of that down. Let's see how much we're going to get out of this so I don't end up with way too much of all of this. Okay, not too bad. I always go down here and I look down here too. I'm about 21,000. And I go back and forth on this where I just make a bunch. And now I got to run back to the bank again, take it out so I can dissolve it, and then run all the way back again. It's just obnoxious. There's no real reason for it to be like this unless they're trying to burn my time on purpose, which I kind of feel like they are sometimes. They're purposely wasting my time, but such is life. All right, we'll take we'll just take this. Take that out. And then we'll go ahead and, again, we just crafted it up, but now we're going to craft it back down again. You definitely don't want to do that much. That's a whole lot. Let's hold down shift. Let's say 500. It would be a lot. And then see, now I not only do I have to pay to craft it up, but now I gotta pay to dissolve it back down again. To do like that. And then dissolve it again, which is about 12,000 there. Dissolve that down. So there was $1 million I had to spend to break it back down again. There we go. Had I thought of that sterilite ahead of time, I could have saved myself $1 million there. But I didn't think of it till just now. Such is life. And then over here, quality sterilites. We'll make as much as we can. 513 sounds good to me. Now, I'd use that quality sterilite for when we're doing world bosses. Oh, great success, 18 too. So I got a bonus bunch. Bonus bunch there. And then down here, the sterilite chest, I have 8,000. So I need a lot of powder. Now, in this case, I don't have to run back because I can just use this powder here and dissolve that down again into the basic powder there. And then make a tremendous amount of this. Yeah, use all that up. There we go, 41, great success, 87. I had like 50,000 of this, everybody, where I actually end up with a massive amount of this stuff here, the sterilite, 88,000. See, I actually had 5 stacks of 50,000 of these sterilites. Now, again, I use those when I'm running around as a 10% bonus damage whenever I'm running around just getting that extra damage. But when I'm hanging out with a crew, that's when I use my quality sterilite whenever we're doing world bosses and stuff like that. 53,000 right there. So that's going to be awesome. Now, of course, that's now going to take up some extra inventory space. But overall, it helps my character as we go. And man, we could make a bunch of these polished crystals right here, too. We can make 64 of them and use up my rune fragments. But I don't need them right this second, so I come back and make them when I need them, as opposed to just burning them up for no reason. Because that was a lot of rune fragments over time. Allows me to take care of that. Oh, wait, I got to go back over here and craft this back up the other way again. Back over here to the skills researcher, and then now I got to spend money. Not skills researcher. I forgot. Oh, right here. Yes, right here. And then now I got to take all this powder and then again craft it back up like this into quality magic powder. Quality magic powder to get rid of all those stacks. You have a lot of stacks in there. That doesn't cost too much, but I definitely I didn't know how much I needed, so now I got to recraft it all back up. I guess I could go in here and just tell it to be. What, 2,000? 2,000. No, oh, it only let me do 1,000 at a time. Apparently not. go. Speed that along a little bit. Okay, now quality magic powder, then back to the blue powder again. And again. And probably just leave it like that. And see how our stacks work out. All that stuff. Now, in that case, it's not necessarily going to give me more inventory space unless I do it right on the dot. Because you're going to end up with those different levels of stuff anyway. So you want to kind of allocate a slot for those anyway. But I can... I actually got one slot out of it. You can see now I have one... let's resort all this. I have 2 slots for the precious magic powder. 1 slot here. 1 slot there. And then... it looks like I used up all the low-level powder. So I actually ended up with 1 slot. But eventually I'm going to get more of that powder. So we'll see. And then put another item there. Now we're 168. Plenty of room now to do some fun. And this is like deep cleaning your inventory. There's some other stuff I need to cook too. Do I still have my cooking bonus on? No, I do not. I do not have it on, but that's okay. It's not like I'm hurting for those ones. I got way too many of those anyway. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to make was, I believe this. Was this it? Healing. What was it that I ran out of? I think it was grilled crownfish. Let's go see. What do we got? Well, you know, we got plenty of grilled crownfish. Forage. These are all evasions. Health received. Got lots of fritters. I'm good there. Fishing. Man, I went through a lot of I went through like a whole stack, like 50 of these quality breads over the last bit. Used a lot of those. Weapon mastery, Solient mastery. Oh, man, I can't remember what the other one was that I made. Yeah, see, it tells me how many I have, by the way, right there, too. So it says 125, 38. I think it's this one. Yes, I have none of those. Shiitake mushrooms. How many of those can I make? 37. Awesome. Yeah, that's the one. Healing and mana cost efficiency. Yes. Okay, let's do it. Hey, there we go. And we got 4 great successes on that one as well. So very nice. Very nice. Okay, and there we go. We burned all that up. We ran out of bland meat, which we got. And then, again, we have some criticals here. So we'll just sell the criticals on the auction hall. And if they don't sell, oh well. Current available price 4.8 each. So let's go ahead and crank that price up a bit. 20. Oh, really? 40. Yeah, 38. All right, we'll go 38 each. Some good stuff there. Make a little bit of dollar bills and also gets that out of my inventory slot. So again, if nobody buys it, awesome. I still have a bunch. I can just take them out and use them as well. All right. This has a duration of 30 minutes, and if you look at these ones that I sell in here, they have also a duration of 30 minutes. So they're basically the same, but these ones are just a critical version that you can sell, which is awesome. Again, I don't make too much food. Actually, I'm just going to use this other one up just to get out of my inventory, get that inventory slot back. Let's see, and I have a bunch of Wildkin Boss ones that I can still use, and Demon Boss. And then these I should be using. These are 3 more days for, just use those now. So I'm thinking about it. Because these are event foods right here. Fish nuggets. That I got from something. From one of those event vendors. I should have been using those the whole time, but I keep forgetting they're in there because they look like the rest of my food. And it makes it tough for me to remember to do those things. I wish there was a way to tag the ones that you typically use. The best way to do it is just not to have it in your inventory. Just have the ones that you're always using in your inventory, and then the other ones you just keep out of there until you need them, or you just get rid of them. I try to burn these up from time to time when I'm just running like pug groups and whatnot, because I feel like most of this stuff I'm not going to use, because I would mainly use my attack stuff, which would be my bonus damage here. Skill damage boost, quality crown fish, grilled crown fish here. And then these are the ones I typically use, and then obviously using the attack remedies and yellow utility ones, instant healing, mana recovery. I don't really use the mushroom one all that much because I don't really need mana recovery, but mana cost efficiency is useful. And then these are all miscellaneous ones, which are your thing here. What do we got here? Canned salt fish. Oh, look at that. And I got the fish, the mahi. So I could have been getting cooking mastery 20%. I would only do that if you're about to do a lot of cooking, everybody. If you're just going to do a little bit of cooking like me, I just use the cheap ones. There's no point in burning your best stuff. But yeah, I got that fish from somewhere. How hard is that fish to catch? What level is that fish? Let's go see. Mahi. Level 21. Found it in the Swamp of Silence out there. So very cool. By the way, it's the Swamp of Silence way up over here in the corner. Up here. The trick to that is, now if you don't want to know, everybody, put your fingers in your ears for a second because I'm going to spoil something for you. But I was running along. I went to the coast over here. And I was running along the coast to see if I could fish on the coast here. And so as I was running by, I'd run down the whole coast trying to fish, and I was running back this way. And I noticed that I could slide in the mud in my turtle form, right, which is your swimming form. So I thought, well, wait a minute. If I could go through it in my turtle form, I could probably fish there. So I sit there and I casted it right into the mud. And so that's where I found the mahi in the mud over there, I believe. Let's go see, actually, if it's an ocean fish or is it a freshwater fish. It is an ocean fish. So actually that one I caught on the edge out here. I caught it along the edge here. That means it's ocean fish. But I also caught a bunch that were in the mud over here. And I went everywhere, but I started over here. I did this one here. I did this here. I ran across the top here. Then came down and did all of these little ones here to just test everywhere. These. I test every single spot to see if I get a new fish from there. Now, I may just be unlucky and not get a new fish from there because of randomness. But I've gone through every single one of these little spots and tried to find new fish. And I suggest to do it again if you've already done it. Like I went over here to the top of Castleton up here. Because down here you can't actually fish, but up here you can. So I went up here and was fishing up here, went to the lake, I went to the ocean, and again, go to the ocean in different spots, over here on Vienna Port and so on. And again, each area has a different zone. Great example over here at the dock, at the Saradoma waypoint. Go over here to the dock, fish off of the dock there. Don't do it at nighttime, that's very dangerous. By the way, if you can't get over here because you don't have the travel point, you can just swim. You can just jump in the water here and just swim over there. And get over there if you want to fish and stuff, if you haven't got the waypoint, which you have to get either from a nice person like me who can summon you, guild summon you, or from taking the whale and jumping off the whale and flying down onto that teleport. Very, very useful, for sure. Holy mackerel, I've been working out this an hour and a half, but totally worth it. All right, now we have a lot of sterilite. Very nice. And again, that'll get burned up over time. So that stack will eventually disappear on its own. Let's see. We'll just keep all of our food on us for now. I don't think there's anything else there I need. I'm good on that. I feel like maybe making some remedies here. I still got my cooking bonus on. I'm really trying to get rid of my smaller potions here. I should probably just throw them away. I always forget to use those. We're going to try to use those today. Try to use those up. I've only got about 17 left, which they only go for like 24 seconds. And then they have a 2-minute cooldown. So in around over 30 minutes, if I used them every single time, I could burn through those. But you really want to do the bigger remedies in here. The problem with remedies, wherever they are down here, is that they do burn up a bunch of your Rubiks and stuff that you might want to convert. This one's right here, purification. This is defense. What this does, it adds 20% damage, and this is 20% less damage taken, and then this is removing your bindings and things of that nature over here. Now I have a quality natural essence that I guess I could use, and rare natural essence. I think I do very much with essence. There's something else it's used for. I can't remember. Let's go ahead and use attack remedy. Oh, I got great success 2 there. Again, I could go and take some of my rubrics and bring it back down to do more of those. And I'm not going to do the defense ones because I don't use those very much. But I can use the attack ones for when we're doing bosses. So when we're doing like, a boss and we need like, say a couple more percent, I could burn all of those to get that extra 20% damage while I'm damaging that boss. That's typically why I use those. I've actually used a ton of those to boost that damage. So good to cook some of those up as well, especially if you're working on your cooking skills. I don't even know what my cooking skill is now. It was 22, I thought. Yeah, cooking 22. Actually, almost to level 23, right up there. But again, I make so much food that I haven't burnt through that food yet, and to make a bunch more food, probably not the best idea, because it's just going to overwhelm my inventory. Though this stuff does stack pretty high, so I could, in theory, just make a bunch more of what I've already got if I wanted to. Yeah, I don't feel like I need to right now. I'll be fine for a while. Again, the only reason you do that is just to bring up your cooking level as well. So I got my fritters. I wonder if I could use them while they're locked. Didn't think so. Oh, I just used it accidentally. I'll have to... In theory, I'd want to go ahead and lock, and then see if I can right-click it. No, you can't click on locked items. Okay, what about locking the ones that I'm not using? Just use the reversed mentality here. Yes, locking all the defense ones, which I'm not using. So this one, that one. This one I can lock for right now. And then this. And then that one I'll just leave on. And then this way I can just do this one, then that one, and then this one. So you just want those 3, and then a boss one. Or a boss one instead of this one. Boss one. Actually, I want to use these. So boss this for the next 3 days. And I get my inventory slot back in 3 days. Then healing and mana cost efficiency if I need it. And then definitely I like this attack speed and movement speed. These fritters are probably the one I like the most. Quality scorpion fritters. Yeah, I can make some more of those. Let's see if we can make more of our fritters over here. Not sure if... yeah, there we go. We can make 6 of them. Alright, let's do it. I mean, we have our bonus on. Oh, and I got a great success, too. That's funny. I got 1 great success there. Very nice. All right. And again, you got to get the scorpion tail for those fritters. Definitely don't need any more healthy milk. I need something that uses healthy milk. What uses healthy milk so we can burn up some of that and get another slot back? Can't remember. It's something in here. might be the banquets. Can't remember. Let's just click it all, apparently. I actually got a bunch. I should have marked those, whatever those were, from fishing. So I was fishing, and I actually got a bunch of recipes from actually fishing, which I forget what the name of the fishing recipe is now. But I think I ended up not really wanting to do it anyway. All right, I'm looking for. See, this is just regular milk here. Yes, this is healthy milk. So I'm trying to use up. I think it's like food that allows you to just heal yourself. Oh, somebody did the thing. Wow, really? It's in here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, this one helps you recover mana. For you make yourself some honey rye cookie. So you make some honey rye cookie, then you combine it with your healthy milk, and then you get that going. So let's see if we can make some honey rye cookie right here. So we can favorite that one, and then sponge cake. I mean, very rare do I actually need that. I need that more on my other character than I knew on this one. Oh, max stamina and movement speed. Yeah, special lava fish rice. Now, that's pretty tough because you got to have actual lava fish. Those are pretty rare to find, so I don't bother. All right, so we're just trying to burn up some of this healthy milk so we get that slot back, but then it's going to be taken up by this stuff I'm about to make. But we'll find out. All right, honey rye. Oh, I don't have enough honey. Oh, yes, I'm running low. I used up all my honey there. Oh, well. Oh, well. We'll leave it in now. And if we want to come back to it. Now, honey is one of those things that's on cooldown, so you're constantly doing that. I believe that if you go in the battle pass here, the battle, is it here that has honey? No, I think it's in our ornate coins. Over here. Ornate coins. No. On the ornate coins. I've seen it somewhere. Maybe it's just the vendor. That's the one that has cooldown every single day. So you can't just go over here and buy yourself 10,000 tons of honey because you can see it has a cooldown. And that's why I buy it every single day so that that's how I can make hundreds of food. As I've done this pretty much every day once I caught on to it, I think about a month or two into the game, that I log in every single day, do this just for a few minutes, check on the guild, and then I log off. Just to make sure that that's taken care of. And it's going to restock in about 4 hours as well. So that's awesome. And again, now I've got myself some quality fritters here. Again, if they don't stack with what I've already got, I just to keep the slots going, just make myself a little extra something here. Price per unit is 333. This is available as 3. I'm just going to go ahead and put them in for that. Again, if they don't sell, then they'll just sit in there for like a couple days. And then I don't have to worry about them being in my inventory. And then if they come back to me, I'll just use them, or I'll put them back in the auction hall, depending on how I feel about it. And it just gives me some free inventory spaces. It does come at the cost of some of your putting stuff up there, but such is the way it goes. Okay, so I already have some defense remedy on me. And I'm still trying to get rid of these low-level recovery crystals. I have a lot of these medium-level recovery crystals. I use these for weeklies. I pretty much wait until the end of the 4th week, and then I go ahead and start burning up these recovery crystals just to get those unlocked. So when it does get to week 4, we'll get that going. This has 17 days left, so currently we're on week 2. And then this is going to end on Thursday. And then another round till Thursday. Yes, 3 days, 3 hours. well, really it's Wednesday into Thursday. Then the Wednesday after that will be week number 4. And then I'll go ahead and do all of that at the same time. It just makes it easier to, because they count for all 4 weeks. If you do it at the last part, if you do it at week 4, because this way if you're using your crystals now, it's only counting toward the first week as well. So again, I try to make it count all week long. And you can see I've done all of this. I've done all my weeklies other than recovery crystals. And then did all my dailies because I'm trying to get this done because I want these right here to unlock some more trait unlock stones. And of course the nice loyalty coins there as well. Okay. And then my biz tokens are negative, so I'm going to let those reset. So, I mean, I run it with my team anyway, even if I don't get any loot. I don't mind running with my team. Even if I'm not getting abyss tokens and not getting stuff, it's okay if I'm just there to help. It doesn't have to always be to my benefit, everybody. That's one of the things that I'm always working on is making sure that my team is getting geared up. All right, wow, we massively reduced that. That's very nice. I'm tempted to get rid of one of these rings. Max health, bind chance. Yeah, bind chance. Let's get rid of bind chance. Put that in the litho. Go for it. Yeah, stick it in there. I probably could have sold it. I forget how much it was. But I have a couple more. And I'll just get rid of it so that I have another slot in my inventory. Now we're 167. And the more of this stuff too, again, I can just keep this stuff and then just sell it on the auction hall as I get my stuff for the weekly. The weapons are hard to sell because you need like 2 weeks worth of ink out of here. So you can get your ink here and then also your ink's in one of these. Again, I always forget which one it is. Shop. Okay, coin. You can see I've got like 9,000. Yes, right here. You can see I already bought it, sold out. So you can get 50 from in here and 50 from there. That gives you 100. That allows you to do a weapon. And then again, you got to wait for this to reset. It doesn't say when it's going to reset. I wish it just said right here when it's going to reset. It says these are going to reset in 3 days, which is about right, which is Wednesday. Usually Wednesday is the reset day for a lot of this stuff. And again, you got 3 days left to get your bear guy and whatnot. I don't usually spend stuff on here, though you totally could. You could totally play free to play, everybody, and then just get a bunch of drops, sell them on the auction hall for Lucent, and then go in and buy every single one of these if you want to. I mean, hey, you do you. I really like the hat here, but I think I'd have to have the hat and the whole outfit. I just want the hat itself. Oh, no, actually it is. It is separate. Yeah. Yeah, let's go in and see if we can really make this awesome. With a gold and then a red. Yeah, kind of hard to tell. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I really like that hat, but they don't have a really good, maybe just a gold with red now. Silver, yes. Blue top. Uncommon color. Red. Do not like that at all. No. Now we're getting somewhere. It's fun sometimes just to dream, everybody. Different patterns on there. Cool. I would never do. Oh, that's kind of cool though with the hex pattern there. That one would probably be the one I do, and I still wouldn't do it. Okay, and then so common color here. Maybe like a nice dark red, yes. And then this one we would go yellow, but kind of a darker yellow. No, I don't like that. I don't like that red. Got something like a purple or something in here. Not liking it. Not liking it. Especially that top part. That top part I'd probably just put the same. Just type this in. Yeah, let's take the number from up here. Put that number down here. Yeah, now they're the same color. So yeah, very cool. Doesn't go with my outfit though. But yeah, I could get myself a little yellow hat. It's not really a fedora. It's not bent up on the sides. But very cool. No. Nope. No thanks. But there's some cool outfits in there, everybody. You can be all sparkly too if you want to. Look at this. The man who would be king. Look at me looking like a god. I look like Odin or Zeus. That's a full-on Zeus stuff. Take the decorations away. Yeah, look at my arms. I'm very glowy. We can change it to another color. Red. Oh, that red looks good, man. Red looks cool. Feel like a gladiator in that. Throw down. Yeah. Decoration. Yeah, I would take that off and just do that. Be like a gladiator. If I was gonna do some PvP, I'd do that on a PvP character. Just go full gladiator. But the problem with wearing red in PvP is everybody just beelines right toward you, everybody. They absolutely do every single time. It's like a mental thing. So that's kind of cool. Again, get your Zeus on there. That's just the spear. Bissell Star. What else? We got very Loki-esque stuff. Take the decoration out. Yeah, look like I'm gonna go wrestle. And entering the ring is Kismet off the top rope. Yeah, the horn one looks pretty cool if you're into that. I don't know if it really works for me. All right. That looks very regal. Can we take this off? And see, I'd want to take off this stuff on the side. I like the regal look of that. No. Keep that black. Ooh, cool. Like that. And then, no. Yikes. That's really light. Holy mackerel. Oh, I actually kind of like the white. That's different. Yeah, nah. Nah, I like the way my character looks now. He looks amazing. Because he has all sorts of layers on, too. See, he's got the coat, he's got the belt, he's got the kind of an undercloak, and then a shirt, and then, again, it's like massively layered, where he looks really good. That's a lot of detail going on that outfit. Very, very cool. I like the layering of that outfit. Very cool. All right, man, we've been busy doing a ton of stuff here. We got it all sorted, though. Okay, now we're going to take a break and actually take a break and then come back and do some stuff. Hello, Wiz, what's up? What you doing? I am clearing my inventory after a long week of just getting an absolute ton of loot in the game. Just got to clear all that stuff out because, dang. I actually have maxed my inventory now at 300, and it was completely maxed. So I had to get rid of some of that stuff. And then craft some stuff up, burn up some of my resources I'm trying to get rid of. I've got way too much of all this stuff. And again, I could just throw it away, but I hate just throwing stuff away that I could, at least just use passively as I'm doing other things. I think I did all my contracts and everything, too, so I've actually done all of my level 1, level 2 tokens. And I burned up 40,000 Abyss contract tokens. And then I went and did a bunch of contracts and got 17,000 back. Which I'll probably, again, either do today or save it for when I'm running with my team tomorrow. So mainly today is just kind of cleaning out my inventory. So I'll be ready to have some fun with my team. So I don't have to keep stopping like I was doing over the weekend. I had to keep stopping, deleting stuff out of my inventory just so I could keep going with the team. Again, this is, usually your responsibility to go in and clean out your inventory so you're not slowing the team down as well. Hit chance, not going to use that. A lot of these I'm not going to use. I could just keep these to sell them on the auction hall, though. This one right here, Codex of the Deep Secrets. Little tempted to keep that one, and a little tempted to keep the Abyssal Renaissance Foci. But I mean, I could, because I just know I'm not going to use it in any short-term time. So if I sell it and then I get the higher value out of it now by getting the Lucent, and then buy it later. And again, I'm writing all this down, all these prices down, so when I go to look at it later to see how much the prices are, I know it's going to be like that, because that's how it is. It falls off over time, and demand falls off too. When demand falls off, and then people aren't selling as many, they're going to bring the price down because they're trying to get rid of it out of their inventory as well. So that's another driver of price. Okay, I think we're good for now. What we really need to do is open up some more slots here. What are we trying to do? We're trying to get, I think we're working on our pants now. We got this into our main thing. So now we have 4 items actually of our main set being used. Actually really 5 if you count my bow. And then we have 4 items that we're currently working on. So this has range on it. Buff duration max. This is debuff duration. This is also debuff duration. So I'd probably go with the pants. And the reason why I go with the pants and then probably work the pants and then the gloves is because they're a set item. Right now, with my set item I'm using right now, I'm getting my cooldown speed. I'm getting like 7.5% faster cooldown speed, which I'm going to end up giving up. But my skill damage over time, I get 12% every time you weaken a target. And then 4% up to 3 stacks as well. And basically skill damage over time goes up based on that. But what I really want is that 30% healing. And this, I never really got to the point where I got my 25% healing there. Because eventually I was going to get that item and add it. But I did have it, but I never got it going because I'd have to get all the traits up on it. But I definitely want it here for Tier 2. For sure. Oh, look out! Someone is making it rain. There you go. 1,000 kids caps for everybody in the chat as well. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't remember what you do with extra weapons. Why do you have so much purple gear? You have a hoarding problem. Well, it's actually not a hoarding problem. It's actually a game mechanic in the game, which is actually what I'm doing right now. What you do with all this extra gear, the purple gear and blue gear, especially when you're transitioning from your epic to your epic level 2, which you're going to need a lot more gear to merge in, because you're going to need a lot more blessing than you would, because like the epic grind is like this, right? The epic level 2 grind is like this. It's like that. It's straight up, everybody. So you need a lot of blessing. And what you do is what I'm looking at right now is, so I'll get my staff here, and then I will take those weapons and merge them in to unlock the traits. So in this case, I'm getting critical hit chance. Now, you can just buy from the auction hall and just add your traits in and do it that way. But I do it the old school way. I do it the complete and utter free way. I never buy anything from the auction hall that is like traits or gear. I actually go earn my gear, and then I unlock my traits the old school way, where I get my trait unlock stones. Or if I get a drop that's the same, that I can just add in that trait. and so on, I can then merge that gear. Now, the cool thing is eventually, see, I can go through each item. I don't think any of these items have any I can merge right now. But as I unlock more trait slots, I will be able to merge more traits, right? And that's kind of the ultimate goal of what we're doing, is to get that higher level gear and then maximize each and every one of the traits, which is why I have all of this stuff. And this is why I spend so much time doing it. Oh, here's one right here. There we go. Health regen. Now, this is actually the same item, right? So this is a butcher's belt. This is a butcher's belt. It has a 100% chance of merging in there. So this is what you do with your extra gear is you merge it in there, and now I've just unlocked the trait. So now I have better health regen. And that's why I'm saving it. I'm not saving it because I want to keep it for a rainy day. That's the whole reason why you save it, is to unlock those traits. And again, it does take a long time. It's probably the hardest thing to do if you don't just, pay to win, or if you don't sell a bunch of stuff on auction hall and then buy it that way. I like to play in an old school way where I feel like it's fully earned, right? Like you're grinding it, you're out there doing dungeons, you're out there getting your loyalty coins, you're unlocking your gear, you're running stuff, you're getting a bunch of drops, you're taking those drops and you're merging them in and getting all your traits. Just totally can do it for free, everybody, without using, I've proved it, without using the auction hall at all. You can absolutely go and play the entire game and gear up all of your gear. Absolutely. Absolutely can. Now, you might not be getting arch boss weapons every 5 minutes. That I would, be realistic about your gear choices, everybody, about how much time you can play, how high you can get your gear score up. Now, my gear score right now is just over 5,000. Now, I have actually 2 separate sets, by the way. I have my staff, which is one of the best in slots. Again, thanks to my guild. Again, gave them a bunch of other members first, and then I got mine last. Because I'm using it mainly as a secondary weapon, though I do use it also on some guild bosses, so it is useful. But my wand is the first thing I did because I use it in both sets. And this is called the Overture of Eternal Salvation, and the cool thing about it is it's giving me wisdom right now and debuff duration, but it has it heals an additional 50% health per second for 6 seconds. So I'm healing a lot more when I go ahead and use my clay salvation here. Boom. And you can see that it is now going to heal a whole lot extra. Still going. Still going. There we go. So it heals a bit extra when I'm doing it. Not only for me, but everybody in the party as well. Probably one of the things I use the most. It also removes conditions if you go in and it takes debuffs off if you go in and spec it. For doing that. So yeah, that's basically why I keep all these weapons. Now, eventually, when I have all of my gear and I'm adding all of these in, I'll know exactly which ones I need and which ones I don't, right? So I'll just go in, click on something, say, okay, merge, 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 and then you'll see that all of a sudden my inventory will be completely emptied as I unlock those traits. Now, it's just a matter of time, everybody. It's just how much that you played the game. If you just logged in and just did your weeklies, eventually you would have enough loyalty coins to unlock a bunch of gear. You'd have enough trait unlock stones to unlock all your traits. And you might get some better gear. You might get some random lucky drops there. You'd have a bunch of runes from that. And then also your fighting spirit tokens, which you can use for other things and also for lower level gear. And then, of course, your crystals, which you can use for crafting up stuff and different resources. So if you just did this, that's it. That's all you need to do. And then over time, you would get your gear unlocked. So I know it's just a matter of time. Matter of time until I've maxed out all the traits on all of my gear. Now, if you're in a hurry, you can go to the auction hall and say, oh, man, I really want to have... Let me go look at my trait over here. Let's see, my pants here. What am I looking for on my other... What other thing am I looking for? And I've never done this, but supposedly this is how it works. And you can let me know in the chat. Magic endurance. Okay, so I want to put magic endurance. I want to put a magic endurance trait on these pants right here. Right? Sacred repose pants. So I'm going to go ahead and search that in the auction hall. Right here. Like that. I can see here that there's an extract here. So I can go in here and say I want to put, again, Magic Endurance. And I can buy this for $349. Now, you can pay real money to get Lucent, which means you can just pay to win if you want to. I never do. I think it's a huge waste of your money. But, hey, you do what you want because it's your money. You do what you want with it. For me, I like to play where I earn the right. Earn the right to have that gear. Earn the right to be stronger and stronger. And I love the progression of how your character gets stronger and stronger because you're fighting those mobs. They're difficult. You can't kill them sometimes. You leave, you go work on your gear a little bit, you come back, okay, boom, I was able to kill him, but it was very difficult. Then you go work on your gear some more, you come back and say, okay, now it's getting a little easier. And then you're back again, and then you come back and boom, you one-shot them and they're dead. It feels very satisfying, everybody. It absolutely does feel very satisfying. So in theory, I could grab this right here, which I've never done. You guys let me know if that's true or not. You could just grab that one there, and I could just add it to my pants right now. And then every other piece of gear that I have, once you add it, the trait, then it doesn't have to be the same exact item. It can be a bunch of other items that have the same traits, right? So say you have another pair of level 2 pants that have Magic Endurance on it, you can then merge it in. But to unlock it, you got to use trait unlock stones, or you have to have the same item trait to merge in there. So again, you can fast track it that way if you want to. I don't do that. And you're like, Kismet, how do you get so much Lucent? Well, I actually just started selling stuff, as you can see in here, with the Talandre update. So I have never sold anything except for one item. We tested it just to figure out how it works. But since Talandre came out, that's the only time I've ever sold anything. And I've actually made over 10,000 Lucent. Just from getting drops, selling them right away to maximize the price of them, because the prices tendency to go down, everybody. The more abundant it is, the more that price is going to go down for sure. So just keep that in mind. Sell when it's a seller's market, buy when it's a buyer's market. I can tell you, even right now, it's already the prices have gone way down. But in a month from now, you're going to be buying that stuff for pennies on the dollar, everybody. Absolutely. Pennies on the dollar for all of that stuff. Because everybody's going to be getting their gear. They have all the gear now in the game, which means that more people are going to be getting their drops. They're going to be getting their gear. And they can just go to town on it for sure. For sure. So that's why I have the thing. Yes, I save for traits. That's exactly why. I'm grinding like a big boy in here. All right, speaking of grinding, I might come back. We do a little bit of Abyss Dungeons here or something. Because we are going to get a reset on our contract, so we could get some of that back. Let me go see. Put myself over here first. Man, we got a lot done, though, man. I feel good. Oh, we got a boss coming up, too. Maybe we'll come back and do that boss. We got Diagon coming up. Maybe I'll get me another staff drop. I'm going to merge my... That would be insane, everybody, if that actually happened. I would probably give it to the guild if it did drop. Oh, look at that lag, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Look at that lag. Big time lag. But what's going to happen, again, in a few hours is it's going to reset. And I'll probably do a little bit of Abyss tokens. And I'm always working on my burning those Abyss tokens. And then working on my weapon mastery here. Let's see if we got any level ups. We do. Okay, cool. Let's throw it in the longbow. Trying to catch my longbow up now. And it's actually working really, really well. And I'm also getting my skill level up. When I hit my skill level at 520, which I'm getting there, you can see I also put a bunch in these lower level ones. Because this is super cheap, everybody. These are super cheap when it comes to XP spend on all of these. And I got all that XP from doing contracts. I feel like contracts are the single greatest thing for helping your character if you're not paying to win. Because you can constantly... Oh, look at that. Ooh, when it resets, we'll try to get that. You can constantly try to get new gear like that, and then also getting all of the resources that you need. Pick it by the resource, right? By what you're trying to get. Are you trying to get parchments? Are you trying to get stones? Are you trying to get bags? I would always prioritize those bags. And this is why now I do one each screen. Unless there's 2 bags in the screen, then I do the 2 bags. But I'm really looking for the bags. So the bags are tier 2 drops potentially. And that's what you used to do in the epic level ones too. When you do go to Pure Light Tower, you'd always be looking for those bags because you never know. You might get an item that you need that you can merge your traits in, or the item you actually want to use. So I think it's a good idea to take a little break, and then we'll come back. We'll try to do the world boss here, and then do some stuff with my team, I believe. Feeling a little better now. I was exhausted earlier. Again, let's see who's still on. Let's see. Maybe some Nebula. Oh, just me. Look at me doing it. Maybe I'll just do some Nebula Island. Though I might want to do that with my team tomorrow too. So, yeah. See, again, I only got about an hour left. See, I'm trying to save a lot of this stuff for my team. You know what? We'll come back and really just do the world boss. I should have also done the thing. You know, I could probably work on my alt a little bit today. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on my alt when I come back. All right, first, though, we're going to add some fun for you guys to do right over here and whatnot. Let's go ahead and get this all started. Now, again, you guys can descramble the words, earn yourself some Kiz Caps as well. You have some Nebula Recharge Stones in your storage. Yes, I do. I do have some Recharge Stones in there. I guess I could do a bit of Nebula. But here's what I'll do. I'll go do it with my team tomorrow. And if I run over, I can go ahead and use those Nebula Recharge Stones to help them finish theirs as well. I do keep them in there. I really should just sell them because that's like 5 hours, everybody. 5 hours every week at Nebula Island. Big love to the peeps who can grind that out for 5 hours. We did it one day here on stream. It was a long time, and man, my hands were so hurting because you got to think my thumb is hitting buttons just like this all the time on the side of my mouse. I have a 12-button mouse, the Corsair Scimitar, which is one of the best mouses I've ever had. You got to think how many mouses I've had over 40 years, everybody. A lot of them, for sure. I don't even think the mouse was out 40 years ago. I think it's 30 years. Mouse came out around the time of the first Mac. How many years ago was that? Oh, duh, 1984. I know that. Hey, Suri, how many years has it been since 1984? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, it was 41 years ago. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. That doesn't seem right, though, because I would be 14. Now I'm going to be 55. Yeah, it's 41 years ago, everybody. Wow. Wowzers. So I was right. I guessed 40 years ago. Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, over the last 40 years, you can see I've owned a lot of mouses. And this was actually my favorite. It's also wireless, too. And it actually stays charged for a long time. Just like these headphones, which I really like as well. All right, let's start this up. Let you guys play a little bit of words on stream. All you big brains, get in there, descramble the words. I'll be back in just a bit. We'll check out what's going on with my alt. We'll try to get him going a little bit. And then maybe get more loot so I can go ahead and donate to the guild. That sounds good. Let's go ahead and do it. And I'll be back in just a bit. I'm back, everybody. Oh, just in time. Let's go. Let's go ahead and try to earn you guys some kiss caps right here in the chat. I'm gonna try to help you up by de-scrambling some of these words. Let's go. What? Sent. Let's send it, everybody. Let's send it. It's already been sent right here. Let's go. Nine. There's a word nine. Tine. T-I-N-E. S-I-N-E. Sign. Yes, there you go. He's got it. Yeah. Tine. There we go. Tine. Got it. What else we got? Site. S-I-T-E. You guys don't get it. I'm gonna put it in there. Bam. Inset. Very nice. There we go. Whispering in tins. Very good. What else we got? T-I-N-N with two N's? No. T-E-N. Tense. Can I not do it? Am I locked? No, I'm not locked. T-E-N-S-N? Oh. T-E-N. Tens. Tens, there it is. I was trying to think of the word. There we go. Tens, there we go. Try to get a word in every time it unlocks me there. Nets, good one. Nins, tins, I already did. Or Whis did that one. Pins, we already did. Bunch of plural stuff. Oh man, I can't think of anything else. What are these words, everybody? What are these words? Okay. So, somebody's gonna get those words. It ain't gonna be me, but we did get it done. There we go. All right, give you guys a bunch of kiss caps. Do put a 1 in the chat if you can't see and hear me, just to double check that everything is working. We'll go ahead and switch back to some Throne and Liberty over here as well. Let's see. Move me back to the middle. Okay. So we got a boss coming up right here. Let's go ahead and jump on over there. We got like 3 minutes to get there. Let's go ahead and get this boss going on. And I guess my team's all worn out from yesterday because I don't see anybody else on except for me. So I'm just go over here and find me a random group, see if I can get myself some DPS in. And blow it up. Let's go. All right. Let's see if we got any groups. How much time we got left? 3 minutes, I think. Yeah, 1 minute. Domination. No, I don't want domination. Boom. Ah, somebody got it before I could get in there. My combat settings to max DPS. 1 minute left. There we go. 33 seconds. Ah, so hard for me to lose the thing. Oh, Animote healing. Turn that off. There we go. Oh yeah, low heals. All right, there we go. All right, let's see what happens when we get this going on. I'm gonna do some DPS with some random peeps. Let's go. Man, got in there just the last second too. At the very last second for sure. All right, now time to put on the buffs. We want some wildkin damage. We're gonna get our little fish nuggets on. We're gonna try to put in, well, we don't need more DPS. I don't need healing. Maybe Solian bonus, I don't know. Go with that. $19 seconds, probably want to do a little bit more damage. I don't. Oh, so close. All right, here we go. Oh, he killed me. 6,000. Oh, he's below 50% health. That sucks, bro. That sucks. He was below 50% health. I didn't see it. And so he does way more damage when he's below 50%. He'll be dead by the time I get back there. But, you know, I tried. I tried. Definitely going to be low on the DPS meter here. 57. Well, that sucked. That sucks. Oh, well, it happens. And, of course, I got, like, 0 drops as normal. I tried. But you do get, like, a consolation prize where it gives you a bit of precious crystals and stuff of that nature. And so at least you do that. And then you have a shot at the equipment selection chest. I've never got one of those equipment selection chests, but, hey, maybe one day. We got some fish. All right, we got a little something out of that. All right. Feel like I got something done. All right, I'm out of there. Yeah, watch out at 50% because he did way more than half my health damage. So you try to keep your health around. I keep it around 5,000 to 6,000 when he's in the before he hits 50%, and then below 50%. I should have noticed that and just healed myself up, or really got up off of the ground, or jumped over the shockwave. I was purposely letting him try to hit me with the shockwave to bring my health back down, but again, did not realize he was at half health so quickly. But, oh well. Oh well. Oops, just trying to do quick deposit over here. There we go. All right, nice. Don't have any contracts, don't have anything else I can do. I can go and do some Abyss tokens. If I want to do that. But again, I feel like I'm going to save that. And let's go work on my alt a little bit. I've not worked on my alt in a while. So we're going to go over here and try to clean him out a bit. Now, I got him to level 55, but that's about as far as I've gotten this guy. And so we're going to swap over to him. But I do log into them every day to basically get a bunch of loot. You can see, look, I've got it stacked up in here, including these Starborn coins, which I guess I could go spend. And I also do my sundries every day on this character or whatnot. He's got like 30 million gold, so I can do it all day. The one thing he's not been doing is his contracts, and I've wasted so many contracts now, just hundreds and hundreds of these contracts, because I just don't have enough time to do them all. These I can get rid of. Shadow Crypt, Sanctum of Desire, Sardome Island. I'm not going to do those. These I will definitely keep. And then Temple of Truth, Burkett Estate, and then Teal's Tower. We can dissolve all those down so we don't have those extra stacks. And then we can just go ahead and put those into the bank. Now this character also, as you can see, is hoarding a bunch of gear. Not as much as my primary character, but is hoarding a bunch of gear so I can merge it in on this character as well. And he keeps a lot of pure gold on him there. Can I not put it in the bank? Put that pure gold in the bank. There we go. Then we can also go in, work his inventory as well. Let's dissolve some of the cooking there. We have Pure Light Tower scrolls. What the heck? Get rid of that. Look at all these. Allied Force seals there. Holy moly. Let's put those in there and then auto-deposit the rest of them. Yeah, and then seal level 1s. Yeah, he's still got some of these as well. And a bunch of various food, including the sponge cake. You can see which does his health and mana regeneration when he needs to. A bunch of small ones here. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of those. That's it. Oh, not that way. You got to delete them. That's it. Tired of having them in my inventory. Wipe them out. There we go. Okay. And I'm definitely not going to do this fishing. I'm not going to do 186 of those. I can tell you right now. I'm just going to get rid of them out of the inventory. All right. And then turn on his regular Starlight here. And I have a bunch of contracts I can do on this guy. He's got a bunch of dailies to unlock. We could go ahead and open up a bunch of this stuff. Look at all these tokens and stuff that he's got. It's been a while since I caught back up to the point in which I can utilize this guy. Let's see. Precious Mistwood, actually, what I should use. Oh, wait. I should have opened. Attack ones. Then open all of those. And this. 288, 148. Let's go with the red ones. What else can I open up on this guy? I think he's good. Oh, I have some banquets and stuff in there, too. Okay, so again, it's been a while on this guy since I worked on him. We can put that in the bank. We have a bunch of boss food and stuff. I'm gonna catch back up on this one. Now, it's awesome to have multiple characters. Yeah, I definitely want to go do some scrolls. Let's go do scrolls. I definitely want to work on this character because this character is like a bonus character that I could donate to the guild, and any kind of cosmetic items that I get automatically is applied to this character, like Adamote, morphs, and things of that nature. But we want to go in and find... Oh, actually, it's not over here. It's over here in Castleton. What I'm going to do is take a bunch of those Tier 1 contracts that I have and make them into Tier 2. Now, the thing is that this character, I have not been doing many contracts on him, so he's got an insane backlog, if I can find the right direction, insane backlog of contracts that he can do in these dungeons, hundreds of them. And so he could basically go in and get hundreds of these bags if I wanted to work on them long enough. I just go to this lady here. I guess I could have done it over there on the other one. And then I would probably do one that he would do. If there was a healer there, I could do Crimson Mansion. Crimson Mansion, I feel, is among the best. But I could also do Temple of Truth. You know what? I'm just going to do Crimson Mansion level 1. And I have 154 of those. Because those I think I could eventually do on this character. And there we go. And then that just cleared out a bunch of slots in my inventory. Who's that? Toxic Tech coming in with 8 months of sub love, closing in on that 12 months. Thank you very much, Toxic Tech. I appreciate it. And thank you also to Wisp for that one in the chat. There's 1,000 kiss caps for everybody in the chat. Again, we're going to work on the alt a bit today. Do want to save up my tokens and stuff for my other, for my team. So yeah, look at all these in here. Nice. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and just... Oh, we could do those Teal Towers. We could just go ahead and lock these. I like to lock them so I don't accidentally use the wrong ones at the wrong time. Like that. Look at all these contract tokens. Holy mackerel. We can go use some of these coins maybe. Where's that lady? Over here. We have 100 of those. What have we not gotten? Well, first we'll get all of these, because this is about to go off in about another 3 days, so. And then I did get some fish nugget thingies. I already got this. Force of Nature, Starbun thing. Nah, I just get the fish nuggets, I feel. Or maybe some mastery, and then fish nuggets. How much is that? I still got 70 left. Ah! It's funny. Those fish nuggets are going to be up in like 3 days anyway. Guess the only other thing is just getting this quality sterilite. I'll just get that, I guess. Really? Holy mackerel. 69 left. Normally, I would not get this, everybody. I would get the food, or I'd get this. I already got this guy. So if you get him on one character, you don't have to get him on the other. That's the advantage of having multiple characters. This food's going to go bad. Don't care about the titles. The quality sterilite, probably the best value, because I can't buy any more of this. They didn't give you enough resources to get out of this event. I didn't do this event at all. They're like races. Didn't bother to do any of it. But what it does is, again, clears a lot of room in my inventory right there, like we've been doing on my other character, clearing out his inventory. Right here. Okay, and he got a bunch of runes, which I'm not going to worry about. Now, this guy's gear is, like, so random, everybody. I mean, it's somewhat, you know, I have the Warblade, I have the staff. He's got somewhat of gear, but I never bothered to even put his stuff back on there, but we should probably do that while we're at it. Let's go ahead. Yes, we got it. Don't show this guy. There we go. Let's see. Melee critical hit chance. Let's go with that. Let's see. Maybe some mana regen. I'm not even gonna... Oh, mana cost efficiency. Yes, okay. Not even gonna worry about it that much. Okay, so... Melee critical hit chance again. And then... max health might be good. Some health regen if we've got that. Some health regen, health received, healing. Maybe healing received, 2%. I'm just doing this totally random, everybody. Again, this character is very random. Maybe I should use this character on the bosses. Just gear him out for boss damage. Melee hit chance. Magic hit chance. Maybe a little magic hit chance in there, because I am also using the staff. Let's go this one next. Pushing healing. Ooh, stun chance. Yeah, let's put some stun chance in there. I'm just choosing these randomly, everybody. I'm looking for health regen. Right there. I have a low level rune, but whatever. Do what we gotta do. Want magic. Maybe attack chance. No. A hit chance. This is all blows. Alright, we'll just do a magical hit chance since that's what we got. Something in there is better than nothing, everybody. Again, I haven't, since they reset all this, I haven't put it in there. Probably more healing received. This character doesn't have that much self-healing. Health regen again. This one is here. Man, why is it so cold in here? Hold on, I'll be right back. right, I'm back, everybody. I don't know, sometimes my AC unit just keeps running and running and running for no reason. That's why my bill is probably so expensive. Just non-stop runs all day. What else? Give me a little bit more mana cost efficiency there. A little bit of mana regen. And then melee heavy attack chance. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Nice. Magic critical hit chance. Okay, good. We got any more max health? Yes, we do. And then what? Maybe more healing received. I'm just trying out random stuff here. Again, this is an alt. I usually like to try different stuff on him. Healing received. Max health. I want melee heavy attack chance. I think I already used it. Magic critical hit chance. Alright, let's do that. And you can see I have it set up for synergies, and you can see also that we're getting that bonus there as well. So very nice. I think he actually has a chaos rune somewhere on one of these. Yeah, magic endurance. And ranged evasion. Yeah, it's a weapon one. So if nothing else, just put your runes, just put any runes in there, everybody. Again, at least you're getting some benefit as opposed to none. You can see I've got max health there. This character now up to 20,000 health, or really 19.6, which is not too bad. This character is okay in his particular gear. It's just from me running a ton of dungeons. Now, I'm not sure if there's any traits I can add to this guy. Let's do some trait work on him. Don't show this again. So, yeah, right here. So, we got this ranged endurance, which I added in there. Let's just add it in there. Better than sitting in the bank. Ranged evasion, what a terrible... Normally I don't do evasion, but on this one I just, whatever traits I got, I just merged in. Like here, mana regen. Don't show again. Go. And then here, ranged endurance. Ranged evasion. Is all just completely random. Does he have where he can unlock the trait? He does. What do we feel like doing? Melee endurance. Yeah, he's got 600 trait unlock stones. We should probably keep those for tier 2 gear. That's kind of a waste, I think. Keep those for his tier 2s. Nothing there. Nothing here. Bind resistance, alright. And then nothing. Oh, there's something. Mana regen. Alright, awesome. Whatever trait I got that I could merge in at the moment, that's what I did. Just to see if it really made a difference, and it does. This character actually does a lot of damage for just a random character. Which is kind of funny, I think. Personally. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Dissolve that. Just get out of the inventory. And then I have a bunch of stuff, again, in here that is for merging traits and whatnot. Again, saving that for the tier 2 stuff. Now, I haven't really worked on tier 2 stuff on this particular guy. He does have his platinum fishing rod. He actually has 2 of them. I can get rid of one of them. I don't need to keep 2 of those. I do have one on. Yes, I do. Okay. And not that. Destroy. I don't think I can sell it to the vendor. Let's go find a vendor. Sell. No, can't sell it to the vendor, so I have to just destroy it. At least, let's double check. Sell. Oh, I can't. No, I can't. Okay, 54,000. Awesome. Okay, so we got that done. We got a little bit of our battle pass going. There we go. Nice, nice. Now, again, I'm not going to unlock his other battle pass because I'm not going to get that done. Though that would really help him if I did, because he'd have a bunch more trade unlock stones. But again, working on your alt is important. This way you can get additional loot. And you can burn up all these tokens and stuff. This would be a lot to do. And this character is not really that geared for doing tier 2 dungeons and probably would die a lot. But we could certainly give it a go. The whole point of going into the tier 2 dungeons is to get that going. I need to make sure my Animote healing is all the way up. There we go. What else? So get all that going. And then he could do his contracts. It's amazing he doesn't have any tier 2 gear already. He doesn't have any tier 2 gear, even from doing contracts. Or maybe I haven't done contracts after the update that much. I mean, I can see I have some right here. What do these have on it? Yeah, don't even have any of the bags. Let's go check his skills. And whatnot. Now, again, they reset stuff from time to time, so if you haven't played a character in a while, number one thing to check is your runes. Then also your weapon mastery. This character needs a lot of work on his weapon mastery, because I haven't even gone in and look, his staff's not even in that far. You can see his weapon mastery is really super low. Right now at 92, but he does have a lot of XP in here that we could go ahead and get our greatsword up a bit. Let's say half of it in greatsword. Oh man, actually we could get pretty high. We'll go try to get both of them about the same. Say maybe staff a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Now, normally what you want to do is do all these other ones, but on this character, I'm just going to put it in, because I'm just using staff and greatsword on this character. I'm not doing anything else. And now I've got 14 more points I can use. See? So definitely useful in there. And I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go right into this area here. And we're just going to shift-click that all the way up to get this one. Again, doing staff, and then here. Then... oh, I need more points here. 10, 10, and 10. And then this one. Oh, and then I'm out of points. All right, but I did get this one, which now increases staff lightning skill damage by 10%, which is nice. Okay, so we got that going, and then his other one is Greatsword. Now, Greatsword I've never done, so we're going to want to figure this out. But we'll go ahead and do this, which is going to increase base damage, I guess. And then we'll do this, which is going to increase his vital force's maximum health limit to 36,000, whatever that means. Then we're going to put some here. We're going to unlock, just randomly unlocking stuff now, because that's fun. All right, now I don't think I need to go up here. Increases collision and stun resistance while using greatsword and charge skills. Okay, and then over here is critical damage and whatnot. We probably want to go into critical damage. So we've done 30 there, 10 there. Let's do one over here. What is it? Melee damage, melee critical hit chance. Let's do that one. And there we go. And eventually we'll get this one too. And we're just going to unlock these randomly and see what happens over time. Not even really thinking about it too much. Now this I know because staff, I do the staff all the time. So I know I do want to go in this direction. To get to this power surge over here. And this character, very much like my other character when it comes to his skills and stuff. I believe I have all his skills maximum too. Oh, I do! Look at that! Alright, well actually I don't need any more pages and stuff because I do have all of his skills at max. Very nice. And he's only got the one set, which is the current gear that he's got. And that's it. Let's go ahead and see if we can get something going on here. We can take a few points out of there. And this is not quite making it. Maybe we could pump a bunch into wisdom, a few out of perception, and try to get wisdom. Oh, that's using 2 points now. We don't want to do that. 36, 37. So yeah, we don't want to do that. Let's bring this back down, and then we'll take this to 40. Okay, we still got 5 points left, and then we take perception to 30. Oh, nice. Okay, so now we're getting all those bonuses as well. And that's what you want to do, everybody. You want to get as many bonuses as you can. And that's why I usually do those as even numbers, right? You can see it's 60, 40, 30, and 30. Now, 60 really boosts your damage as well as boosts this guy's heavy attack chance, damage reduction, and, of course, max health as well. And I'll probably go 70 damage on him because he's a melee and he does a lot of damage there. He's around 3,811 combat power, which is reasonable. Reasonable amount of combat power. On this guy, I believe I can do the 3 stars. Yes, so this guy can do 3 stars. He's going to get absolutely smoked in those 3 stars. But we'll give it a go here. We'll give it a good go. And he's got tons of extra tokens I could use as well. He's probably going to get absolutely smacked down in just about anything that I do. So let's go ahead and do some 2 stars on him. Again, just kind of burning up his tokens. We'll get warmed up in some 2 stars. And while we're waiting for the 2 stars, we'll go ahead and also do some contracts on this guy. Is there any chance you have Tier 2 Blue Gear code, sir? I do not. I do not have any of the codes. Sorry about that. I would give them out if I did. Absolutely. I love giving out stuff here in the stream. I literally give away thousands of dollars worth of free stuff here in the stream. But they never offered it to me, and I did have other people who were apparently giving out codes, say, "Oh, we're going to send you some things." Never did. Oh my goodness, this character is firing off already. Look at this. Oh, here comes the fireball. Holy mackerel. All right, this character actually still pretty strong. He should be using some... we should get him his apple pie, too. I don't think he's even close when it comes to cooking. Yeah, wow, okay. Considering that's my ult, everybody, that's pretty good. Again, how fast that they're dying there is pretty awesome. Kicking some booty. Okay, what else do we want to do here? So we want to get this going on. We've got our stuff down here, including our thing. Oh, we're going to look at what his cooking is. Cooking. Oh, God, 13. He's got a long way to go. Again, this is my alt, everybody. My other one has the apricot pie, which is really great. So you can do a Solient and that. Oh, I have my other stuff I can do Solient right here. Got to use that up anyway. Okay, so I got to kill so many of these dudes as well. Oh, I got a Q. Cool. Go over here and get this guy. Oh, or not. All right, here we go. Doing some 2 stars. This is going to be fun. I have not played this guy in a long time, since Talandre came out, so a few months or so. So let's see how much I suck. And again, this is a variation on my other character. My main character, I used wand and staff. Oh, there's something there. Look at that glowy stuff. I use wand staff. This character I'm using great sword and staff. So this way, at least 50% of it, I kind of know what I'm doing. One of the great things about this particular character is that he can stun, which I really like. So I roll up and I stun this guy. Then I pop all my debuffs here. And that guy dead. Oh, block. Block again. Block again. And again, I can stun all of them with that jump. And big attack. Boom. I actually did pretty decent amount. Getting no heals whatsoever. I'm just back here fighting this guy by myself. I just realized they ran off. They ran off and whatnot. Now, I like to burn up my my potions as well. You only got to kill them so much until the thing opens up. So that's what happens when I'm talking to the chat. I get distracted. I get distracted back there. You only need to kill so many. Wherever the healer is. Hopefully they throw some heals down in here. All right, there we go. I really need to change this guy's morph. Let's change his morph while I'm thinking about it. Oh, do I not have it on both characters? Apparently not. Apparently not. Dee. Nice. Oh, I don't have my jump yet. Around 13,000. So again, you want to just get used to your character again. That's kind of why I'm doing these 2 stars first. Just to get used to it. Man, his skills come up pretty quick. And then boom, big attack, dude dead. And up this way. I've done this tons and tons of times on my other character and this character as well. But probably not as much on the 2 stars on this guy. And you can see that there is some things I need to do over here. Now, there's a great trick in here, everybody, is when you're doing these, don't run around and collect all the stuff. And you're like, well, Kismet, it's a quest. I got to run around and collect all the stuff. Here's what you do. You do the whole thing. You run it in a pug until you get to the end. And then after everybody else leaves, you stay in party, even if it's just you. And then you can just run back and grab all the stuff. So you don't have to do it while you're actually running with the team. Like that. So yeah, this character is pretty well rocking for now. And man, if you want to start with a great thing, man, you start with a great sword, man. I just cruise through most of the levels with a great sword. And then see, when I hit that first skill, let me move over so you can see the skill rotation. The first skill actually makes my skills go faster. And there we go. We got a crystal. And so this is what I used to do. I used to grind both characters. Both characters doing all of these dungeons and whatnot. So if I've done it all for the week, which is very rare because, again, it's a lot of Abyss tokens and stuff. And a lot of dungeons to run. But I'm going to try to get this back into the cycle where we are doing all of that. Now, the problem is also that this boss here, I don't want to pull the aggro. I want to let the tank pull that aggro. And again, the sword that I have is not a sword that that is for doing that. And so I also have the ability to move way out here and move that thing like that. Dodge roll at the same time. Use a potion. Why the heck is he just constantly doing that? He's just constantly attacking. Alright, now this dude's going to run one way or another. I'm just trying to avoid grabbing the aggro. And trying to avoid dropping that stuff on everybody as well. This is just a block. And so on. And again, I try not to melee on this particular boss. And that's just so that the tank can keep control. That's why I like to have ranged and melee. And then see, I got this thing again. I gotta move away. I can drop it way over here, away from everybody. Dodge roll that. Oh, we got pulled in. Dodge roll again. Self heal. Boosting. Dodge roll again. Jeez, the dodge rolls are crazy, man. Holy crap, which way is he going with that? Just stay behind the boss on this one. Normally there's like barriers in this one, but there's no barriers in this one, so it's way easier to keep going, for sure. And whichever way he's got him turned, I go around the other side. Wow, what happened there, bro? It's almost dead, though. Oh, there he goes again. And dodge roll. Dodge roll again. Nobody's picking up the other one. So I've decided to pick this up so I can hold on to it. I'll back up a little bit here. Drop that there. And we got her done. All right. Clean run there, everybody. Clean run. Now I can actually grab 2 of the rewards. So pretty clean run there. Leave the group is what I'm trying to do. And then I'm out. Very nice. All right. That was a good run. You should use your RNG before the guillotine. Yes, that's true. I do use RNG usually if I'm not noobing it up like I'm doing it right now, considering I haven't played this character in months. So thanks for that reminder. I appreciate it. Typically, that's the first thing I do, by the way, is before I do my guillotine blade, is I do my Da Vinci's Courage. Then I do my thing, also makes my spells faster. Then I go RG, and then 3, and then... Oh, he's not even going to make it, bro. He's already dead. He doesn't even make it to that skill. But most of the time, by the way, I'm just rotating because these mobs die so quickly. So another thing that I'll do also is just use number 6 here. Let me move myself back to the middle. Is I'll just tag them and group them up. This is one of the great uses of the staff, is that you can just group them up so you don't have to do them all individually like this. And then the fun thing on this character with the great sword is you can stun them all like that. And then lightning, and then AoE, and then fireball, and then I don't even need those other skills. I don't even need the melee skills. I can just use the wand skills and he's toast. Even on this character, which is totally a random character, by the way. All of his gear is random. All of his stuff is just random. His traits are random. I just throw it in there as it comes through, kind of letting fate decide. But again, I just do it just to kill him faster, like that. But I do appreciate that reminder. There's 1,000 kiss caps for reminding me that I need to get my guillotine on. That's why also I have it on